grateful to John 10p on the floor. She was trying to get the back of the foot when I was trying to
hit you on the back of the head.
I'm just, as I say, people can choose their friends, but you can't choose their family. But thank my God, I've got the best of both worlds. I've got the best friends in the world. And I've got the best family. Definitely. I have. I've rehearsed this for 6 months. That's been doing it every morning. And I'm just, I haven't said sorry, but you all mean so much to me, and I mean that. I really mean that. Thank you. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not aware. I'm sorry about this, William. Your best man, your best friend, your best everything, and I mean everything. He is my brother, and this is Kelly, William. Thank you very much.
I'd just like to say what a fantastic job Juliet's done today. Her staff. Gary's asked me to handle a couple of things out here, which I think are for Fern and Georgia, first of all. You lost one. There you go. And I think we've also got some flowers as well. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's for Julie.
My birthday.
I have to say, I don't know whether you guys have seen the cake down here which has been made, but there's a lady over there who's made that. She absolutely fantastic. Very nice lady. Much appreciated.
And Beryl will do that.
And these are for you, Beryl. Thank you for everything. Well done.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, that's not right. Let's go on the top table.
No, not all that.
I think it's time to get down to the business end of things now. There are a few points of order, administration and ground rules that I just wanted to mention before I talk about the group. And the first one, are there any Manchester United supporters?
Stand up in this now.
All of you. Christmas. Have a good laugh at them, lads.
I'll pick you something for you.
Second point, 12-20 boys do not wear pink ties. Also on this momentous occasion, Albert has asked me to make a presentation to Gary, and he's finally passing on the black
Connie!
The 1220 boys as well, we were in Villarreal recently watching City for Gary's stag do. And he doesn't know about this, but while we were there, we got a hand-woven friendship scarf done for him. Remember that one, Chris? Spelled wrong.
Size? Yeah. At least you got rid of it, Bill.
I know that I don't know whether Gary and Mel have arranged anything for the honeymoon yet, but I know the Arkles Hotel is available, the wedding suite for tomorrow if you want it, Gary. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, really, it's not
A few people asked about wedding videos. Danny's going to put some of those for you, and you can play them backwards to ensure a happy ending as well. I've had a telegram from the Mayor of Gloucester, and he says, "Dear Gary, to mark this occasion, I'd like to inform you that the Centurion Public House is being renamed the Jockey. And Frank Gallagher's holding his stag do next week round Old Gloucester, dressed as Gary Lilly." We did have some ladies' entertainment later on in the evening, but unfortunately the Langsett Chop, we saw the advert in the classifiers of Razzle, was unavailable. And there's a later engagement this evening, so he couldn't make it. The good news is, the Golden Thong is in the building. Some people probably need that explained. And he's going to do his full thing tonight, provided Bell takes the teeth out. Entertainment for the boys. Obviously Gary will do an alouette.
Hey!
I whether we want one now. His second party piece is Bruce Forsyth. Come on Gary, a quick one mate. Quick Bruce Forsyth.
Come on guys!
Come on, Gary.
No.
Leave that on.
And your cat.
Mr. Brucey.
It's pathetic, sort of.
So much better than last week.
Nice to see you, to see you. Nice.
Okay, good day.
On a business note, now on quite a serious note, guys, Gary's confirmed that he is going to be selling his pornography collection to the highest bidder. He's asked me to point out that it includes Chicken Ranch the Collector Series. Better not read this next line. All the children listening, no, we'll miss that one. Anal Intruders Volumes 1 to 25. The extensive library will be available once Gary gets the floorboards off. Or you will have to arrange your own articulated lorry for collection. Final thing, Mel has asked me to point out that red hair does in fact run on her side of the family. No, Mel, there's your back door, kid. I think I need to speak a little bit about Gary. You get the gist of it all. I think I first met, it's a great honour obviously to do this today, and I first met Gary 25 years ago when he was a teenager, and from that day I gained a brother and a serious financial liability. Over those years he's lost me girlfriends, got me stabbed, I've been detained in police cells on at least 2 occasions. Though to balance that out, I have to say, I met my Swedish lady Agneta through Gary, and on a lad's holiday. Gary told me it was going to be a very cheap holiday, so I decided to go. It's cost me 150,000 since then. He's lost me girlfriends as well, and one of my earliest experiences with Gary was around 1984. And at the time I had a very nice girlfriend. Things were looking rosy. And one Friday, I was getting ready one Friday night to take the girlfriend out out dinner, and a minibus pulled up outside of my house. And I looked out the window, and he was there, bellowing out the window, "Billy, brightening the cup, are you having it?" And promptly got ready, sneaked out the door without telling the girlfriend. Returned 48 hours later with a Sunday newspaper and a bottle of milk. So that's another one you wreck, mate. I think the final memory of that day out was Gaznav. Gary's always done the navigation on the away trips. Somebody who can only drive a stacker truck, that's a bit silly really. That's the way we did it. I think he also sung God Save the Queen outside Buckingham Palace at the time. I think that day, you know, there was a 25-year odyssey of the 12-20 boys. That's probably the day it started. For those who don't know, the 12-20 boys, they're all the city lads that we go to the games with over the years. And I just wanted to, we've been around Europe together, Wrexham away in the early days. It's because United haven't played in there. I just wanted to mention a few of the guys, a few of the lads who we've always been friends together. We've got some great friends. We have some great camaraderie, humour, and I think there's a certain amount of loyalty between all of us guys. Gary, obviously, myself, little Billy, Mr. Jenkins, Jason, Big Dave Lal, Rocky Martin, Marzi, Jason, Top Man Kidder, Chris the Love Pulse, Big Roy Folks, who'll be here later on, Chris the General, Carter, stop on the section the 2 Gs, Hedgehog, also known as the Golden Thumb, if anyone was wondering. There's a few other guys who'll be here later on, the Brothertons and Wilfie, Jamie Cannon, one or two others. I'd also like to just mention a couple of guys who are no longer with us anymore. Young Benny will probably be doing this speech today. He was around. Jack Cole, Stevie Kenyon, I'd just like to raise a glass to those.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Absolute friends, man.
Absolute friends. Don't let go down that step.
I have to say, some of the away trips that Gary and I have done, they've been adventurous, Gary, haven't they? They've not always gone according to plan. On one occasion, Gary and I were incarcerated in the jail at Middlesbrough Police Station, and we spent a long, lonely 9 hours in there, didn't we, Gary?
That cost you a few quid, didn't it?
We were in separate cells.
Just a glory hole, wasn't it, Billy? Just a glory hole.
And we had to get the train back to Manchester later on. They wouldn't let us out till the last train had gone, so we ended up getting the airport train. And Gary said to me, he said at the time, he said, "I know how Nelson Mandela felt in Robben Island." So guys, you've done 9 hours, mate. He's not one to over-exaggerate. I have to say that the CPS eventually dropped the case. We got a totally independent witness statement from a gentleman called Chris Phillips, who Gary and I have never met before, that exonerated us. And Gary got a character reference of G. Walby, the Mayor of Gloucester. What a fantastic way of keeping it all quiet. City's next game after that was in the Faroe Isles. Now I attended that game, and while I was there I sent a postcard to the arresting officer, and I told him where to stick his 3-year ban, and I signed it Gary Lilly, Old Port Grove. SK13 ONS, telephone number 01457 email glilly. we've had some marvellous trips in Europe as well over the last couple of years, because City have done the business for us, and we've managed to get to a few places. We've had some marvellous cultural experiences. I think watching Gary negotiating Polish customs after 8-12 pints was interesting. Face down in a kebab in Aalborg. And more recently dressed as a matador in Valencia.
Thanks, Dad.
Sharing a double bed with him after his stag do in Spain was less memorable. Waking up at 5 AM with, in Gary's words, his beauty, his beast, pressing on my thigh was a less memorable experience. I don't know anyone talking about his own unit like him. But it's fair to say that my family and Gary's family have become very close. Howard is a top friend of mine. Yeah.
And you like this one?
Thank you, Beryl. I'll drop that line about you now. What did it say? Beryl's Cafe is the only one I know that serves sherry with a full English My mother took a shine to Gary, and she thinks of him as a son almost. And she invited him on a family holiday once with my sister, and all the kids. And we had a lovely holiday, didn't we, Gary?
Yeah, it's interesting, Bill.
I still treasure the memories of getting knocked clean out, stabbed through the cheek, and I came round in the ambulance with Gary tenderly holding my head, saying, "Stay with me, Billy, stay with me." It looks worse than it is. The claret will come out of the disco shirt. I was promptly stitched up in the local hospital, and they presented Gary with a €300 bill. It's only Gary can when it comes to money. He went into overdrive. Shoved me onto a trolley, still in my green gown with my arse hanging out. Ran down the corridor straight into a cab, and we made good our escape.
I'm up there.
I have to say that by next morning, 10:30, I had a very sore head. I've been stitched up. Gary was on his fourth pint at the bar, regaling how he saved my life. By 12:30, he'd raised a posse of dads to go on a revenge attack until my sister slapped him.